Hey, my name's Jenna, and today I'm working on a hand embroidery project for the holidays. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. So this is my second video in a mini series about hand embroidery for the holidays and specifically holiday napkins. I'm doing these cocktail napkins that I'm really excited about. If you're new here, I like to do hand embroidery, some beginner hand embroidery projects. That's kind of the main focus of my channel. But I also like to talk about things that are going on in my life. So, for example, I just went to Disney with my mom. I have a honeymoon to Antarctica coming in January. And I'm also honestly trying to lose some weight that I gained from the wedding. So that's a little bit vulnerable, but you'll see that a little bit in my shorts as well. Notice me stuttering by being a little bit embarrassed by saying that, but that's what the internet's for, right? Telling secrets? I don't know. I think it's for telling secrets and finding community, so let's hope that's what happens. Okay, but back to hand embroidery. So I did this napkin and I'm thrilled with how it came out. There's a video on it if you want to see, so I can link that. And I'm hoping to do 4 napkins with the same center with that kind of candy cane. It's a J and a C and it makes an H because my name is Jenna, my husband's name is Curtis, and our last name starts with an H. So I came up with that for our wedding earlier this year in August and I just love it. And as we kind of just like start our life together, which is a little bit dramatic, but like that's what a wedding is. So here we are. I wanted to come up with some Christmas decorations that felt like heirlooms, or at least felt like things that were going to be around for a while. So that's where I feel like hand embroidery comes in. I don't know how they're going to turn out. I really like how the first one turned out. It's already been fun using it, at our coffee table when we're watching movies at night to like have our drinks on them. But I think that hand embroidery feels like a thing. I feel like I'm creating a thing that's going to be around for a while, or at least a thing that we're going to cherish for a while. And I think that's really special, especially around the holidays. So I'm excited to get into the next one, which is going to be ornament themed. As you can see, I have my Christmas tree up. It's a tinsel tree. That's a story for another time. And I'm excited to do an ornament themed napkin. For supplies, just as like a preview, if you haven't seen the last one, I got this set of, it looked prettier. I got this set of DMC holiday decor thread. It came in a pack of 30. I think it was like for $19 on Amazon. All of this can be found on Amazon. So this is the DMC, again, holiday decor 30 pack. I don't know if it has another name, but they're embroidery floss. And I've loved it, the color selection. So that's been working out really well. I also got these water-soluble embroidery patterns from Amazon. And I really liked having embroidery patterns to lay down. In the past, I've done hand-drawn patterns or stencils, but having the water-soluble ones has been working out great. I will say one flag is that the napkins were starched originally, so like this one's still starchy, but it takes a lot of water to rinse off the embroidery patterns, so maybe I'll have to learn how to starch them again after. If anyone knows if it's hard to starch napkins, please leave me a comment down below. And then the napkins themselves are just a pack of linen napkins. Again, got off Amazon, but in a pack of linen napkins. And that's all I've needed. I haven't hooped these. Like I haven't put them in a tension hoop to stitch because they've been starched and pretty small. And with the water-soluble paper, it's been stiff enough that I haven't needed to. So besides just like a needle and some, basic things like scissors to cut, but project specific, it has just been the napkins, the pack of holiday thread, and then the water-soluble paper. Okay, so let's get into the design. Okay, I'm so excited to get started. I loved having just like a slow, cozy activity to do on the couch when I made my other napkin. So I'm very excited to tonight get to do this one as well. I have all my patterns laid out. I'm thinking this little tree is going to be a part of it, so he's pre-cut out. But let me pull you in a little bit closer so that you can kind of see the details as we pick the patterns and the thread. Okay, so again, this is the fabric that we're working with. And last time I did a snowflake one, so I'm just going to nix this snowflake option right off the bat because we already did a snowflake one. So I'm down to these two, and like I said, I'm thinking ornaments. So I have these ones up here, and then these two, and the tree works right here. So maybe like satin stitch. I loved satin stitch on the last one. I think satin stitching the tree kind of just with the waves, and then the waves with the kind of along the lines, or maybe like the last time where I kind of did stitches down and then across and then French knots. The star will be easy and a little stub there. So let me that would be here on the inside. And then let me get these ornaments cut out, and then we'll see how they place. I really wanted to do this gingerbread man, and there's a little gingerbread woman too, a little gingerbread girl, but they didn't fit in the corners. So that might be a future napkin plan or a future holiday plan. The brand is just Havaterra on these, but I really like them. I can't generally vouch for them, but these I like so far. Get them trimmed down a bit so we have a good idea of like how much space they're actually going to take up. For all the ornaments, I think I'm going to do basically satin stitch for the whole thing. One, it's a great beginner stitch, but also I just think that it fills in the space nicely and it's pretty relaxing to do. And then like French knots for the dots and stuff. Like if there's something very specific, those will be I keep calling them daisy loops. I cannot figure out what that thread is. I cannot figure out what that stitch is called. So I call them daisy loops. I think they're called lazy daisies maybe, but I don't like that as much. So daisy loops. Okay, so here we go. Here are my ornaments to work with. So tree down here. The last time I did the edges, but I think I want to just do the top. And I like the idea of it. It can't cross over in the middle here. Like that won't work. But what if I do these short ones? I mean, I guess I can make any of them short. That doesn't really matter. Just cut them down. Okay, I think it's ambitious, but I like the layout, and it's time to get stitching. Okay, so I have my napkin, and I want to pick out some colors. I think there's some obvious ones, but let's see here. So for the tree, I'm just going to go with like a dark green. This is DMC's 986. That'll be the tree. And then I'll do the sprigs the same. And now for the fun part, the actual like ornament stuff. I'm going to do the star in 729. No, I'm not. 676 maybe? One of those, we'll see. And then I want to just pick some general like colors as opposed to decide like what exactly goes where. So let's make it like a rich jewel tone theme. I'll do black, I guess, for the strings. That's not a big deal. Rich jewel tone. Ooh, this is very jewel tony. Make each of them. Okay, so I'll do each of them a different. One will be red, green, purple, blue, and then gold accents throughout. Black. Oh, I don't want to do black strings. I want a black bow. Gold bows. I don't care. Black string, gold bows. And then each other's will have the little accents. And maybe I'm subbing out the bright, but no, I'm not. Let's just keep it simple. 729 for the gold. The red is 321. The green, again, is 986. The purple, I'm very excited about this purple. I think it's gorgeous, is 550. And then the black is 310. So we're doing jewel tones. And then I'll do the same on the tree. Okay, now I'm ready to stitch. And as with these projects, I'll let you know the changes because it's rare that my original plan like this is actually where we end up. We already have our first change. I subbed out the other blue for this 820. I think it looks just like deeper and prettier. And then I couldn't do it with the black thread. So I'm going to do this 869 as the strings coming down, and then the 729 as the bows. I'm starting day 2 and feeling pretty good about the progress that I made yesterday. Hoping to wrap it up. We're going moving on to the red ornament. I will say one thing that I'm happy about is I was going to outline this ornament and then do satin stitch inside of it, and I'm glad I didn't outline it because it lets it be a little bit more raised and a little bit rounder, and I think that not outlining the ornaments has been a good move. And then I'm liking the texture that's coming along with this tree. I think it does look kind of like needles. So happy with how it's coming along. I want to show you what I mean by the outlining. So here the stitch is outlined and it kind of, I think it looks nice. I think it looks like the base of a snow globe, but it doesn't look as puffy as these. So glad I did that. I'm usually not a fan of the short and long stitch, but here I think that the texture adds some really nice detail to the tree. And the texture is actually why I don't usually like the short and long, because I think that satin stitch is just really pretty, but I think it worked out really well here. I did it. It is after 10 o'clock at night, the day before I head out for Christmas. We're driving to Pennsylvania to see my family, but I wanted to get this filmed so I could show you the finished product here. I will rinse it tonight and then take some photos that you'll probably see around here of the final version. I'm thrilled with how it came out. I think it looks great. As a reminder, here is what its sister is going to look like, the snowflake version. I think there's definitely some improvements made. I like how much more design we have here. But you know, the back is definitely prettier on the snowflake. It's definitely something I want to work on. Overall, though, I think I accomplished my goal of having a cozy craft to do at night that is holiday decor that I think will be around for a while. So I'm thrilled. Some just like changes I made, I added the yellow star instead of gold for the star. I kept the strings gold instead of brown. These were originally dots on both, and I made these ones stripes after the dots didn't come out great. I think it's really pretty. I decided to not color in the 2 stars because I thought that the shapes were more pronounced without it. But other than that, I think it went decently according to plan, which is a success in its own right. And I'm really glad I have it. So this is entry number 2 of my Christmas cocktail napkins. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something or get some ideas of what you might want to do for, beginner embroidery for your holiday decor. I'm just so excited that I have it, but I'm exhausted, so I'm going to head to bed. Thank you so much for joining me. If you got something out of this video or want to see some more beginner embroidery, then please subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.